All right, let's get right into it. Today we're talking about something pretty powerful, something designed to just snap you out of a rut. It's called the 7-Day Discomfort Challenge.
So, let's just start with this quote because, wow, it might hit a little close to home for some of us. Just take a second and let that sink in. Is that true for you? The whole idea here is that we're basically the architects of our own stagnation. We don't even realize we're doing it, but we build these days that are just smooth, easy, and, yeah, totally unchanging.
And that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? We spend so much time and energy trying to avoid anything that feels hard or uncomfortable. But what if that's the problem? What if that very avoidance is the reason you feel so stuck?
Okay, so to really get this, we gotta diagnose the problem first, right? Let's take a look at what we can call your daily comfort trap.
I mean, does any of this look a little too familiar? The alarm goes off and what's the first thing you do? Smack that snooze button, right? Because getting out from under the warm covers just feels bad. Or, the second you feel even a tiny bit of boredom, your hand just automatically reaches for your phone. You've got these massive goals you want to achieve, but actually starting them, it feels impossible. See, each one of these is just a tiny little decision, a micro choice to stick with what's easy and familiar. But man, do they add up.
So, okay, what's the alternative then? This is where we get to the core idea of this whole thing. It's a really simple but incredibly powerful equation. Discomfort equals growth.
And look, this isn't just some fluffy motivational quote. This is grounded in real psychology. I mean, think about it. Your muscles don't get stronger unless you put them under the stress of lifting weights, right? Your mind doesn't get sharper unless you grapple with tough ideas. Growth isn't just some nice little side effect of discomfort, it's the only thing that comes out of it.
So really, you've got two paths in front of you every single day. On one side, you've got comfort that leads to stagnation. Your brain just stays the same. The source material even calls it a decaying state. Yikes. But on the other side, you've got discomfort. And that's where the growth happens. That's where you actually rewire your brain and make real, tangible progress.
Okay, so how do we actually start choosing that second path? Well, that's exactly where this challenge comes into play. It's a whole system, a way to intentionally, deliberately add that friction back into your days. The goal? To totally rewire your brain's baseline of what it thinks you can handle. And the craziest part is, it works so fast it almost feels illegal.
All right, let's get practical. Enough theory. There are 3 simple steps to this challenge. And step 1 is all about winning that very first battle of the day. You have to attack physical comfort head on.
Okay, here's how it works. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm blares and your brain starts screaming for just 5 more minutes, you're gonna use what's called the 3-second kill switch. You just count down 3, 2, 1, and you force yourself to stand up. That's it. No negotiating with yourself, no arguing, you just move. And then, to really lock in that win for the day, you jump into a freezing cold shower, just for 1 minute. And this isn't about getting clean, it's about training your courage. It's about proving to your own brain that you can handle something that sucks without breaking.
Okay, you've won the morning. Awesome. Now let's build on that momentum with step 2, introducing some digital friction.
I mean, let's be real. Our phones are our #1 escape hatch from any kind of discomfort. So for the next 7 days, we're gonna block that escape route. First thing, go into your phone settings and switch it to grayscale mode. You know all those bright, flashy colors? They're designed to give you a little dopamine hit and keep you scrolling. Turning your screen to black and white just flattens that urge. You'll be amazed at how boring your phone becomes. And while you're in there, just temporarily delete your biggest trigger apps. You know which ones they are. Just for the week. You'll feel your brain power and clarity come rushing back when it's not being constantly zapped by cheap dopamine.
Now, the point here isn't to ditch your phone forever. The goal for this week is just one simple thing. Make your phone as boring as possible.
And that brings us to the final piece of the daily puzzle, step 3, do one hard thing.
So every single day for this week, your job is to pick one thing. Just one that feels uncomfortable, that you've been putting off. It could be having that difficult conversation you've been dreading. It could be pushing through a really intense workout when you feel exhausted. Heck, it could even just be sitting in total silence for 10 minutes, which is way harder than it sounds. And if the thing feels way too big, here's the trick. You shrink the entry point, make it ridiculously small, so small it feels stupid. Just do one push-up. Write one sentence. The whole point is just to start. Because there's this really fascinating piece of psychology at play here.
It turns out that almost all the resistance we feel, all that dread, is packed into the moment before we start. The second you take that first tiny physical step, you've already conquered the hardest part. Okay, so you do all this for a week. You take cold showers, you make your phone boring, you do hard things. What's the point? What's the big payoff for all this friction? Well, it's all about creating your new baseline. In just 7 days, 1 week, you build this incredible amount of momentum. It's crazy. Each little win stacks on top of the one before it, and that builds real, earned confidence. It's like this powerful upward spiral. And honestly, it happens way faster than you'd think.
But the real payoff, the thing that really matters, it goes so much deeper than just getting more stuff done. This isn't about becoming some kind of productivity robot. This is about changing your identity. Every single time you force yourself out of bed, take that cold shower, and do that one hard thing, you're sending a powerful message to your brain. You're teaching it, hey, I am the type of person who actually keeps the promises I make to myself.
So here's the bottom line. 1 week. 1 week of intentionally choosing discomfort can totally change your baseline for what you can handle and, maybe more importantly, what you expect from yourself. It's a dead simple framework, but the impact is profound. So really, there's only one question left. Are you ready to accept the challenge?